to the show. This is Internet Uncapped. I am your host, Evan. Joining me, as always, is Mitchell. Today is a full show. We have not done a full show in a long while. However, we have to cover the Game Awards. We are also covering today a bunch of trailers that came out of the Game Awards that we definitely need to talk about in general. Before we get into any of that, Mitchell has a few things that they need to go over, and then I'll let him just take it away right now.
So yeah, Video Game Awards just happened. A lot of stuff was revealed during the VGAs. Um, I watched most of it live. I don't know about you, Evan. I don't know if you were able to watch it live or not. Um,
I was not able to watch it live, but I did see some of the clips toward the end of the show.
yeah, and I've gone through where where they always go ahead and whatchamacallit, like a bunch of people will clip it
Mm-hmm.
and repost it. They'll post all the trailers all together on one. Excuse me, I'm a little bit under the weather, by the way, but that's fine. But people go ahead and they clip it and they put all the trailers together. So I went ahead and I watched it a couple of times through watching some of the trailers. There's some games that I'm really, really excited for. There's some that I'm just kind of like I don't know anything about, so I'm kind of like whatever about. Um, and then there was also some movie trailers that were shown as well as the awards that were given out, which we will discuss later on.
Mm-hmm.
And so, excuse me. So the game that I was really most excited about personally for me is Pragmata. I've been hyping this game up. They have a new trailer, which was the um, official, like sort of, uh, excuse me. It was the pre-order trailer. They announced the date for the game, and they announced that they're going to be releasing a demo, which I think is awesome. I can't wait for that. Again, this is the game that I have been the most excited for. We talked about it on a previous show where we were talking about the PlayStation State of Play,
Yes, that's
and
right.
we talked about Wolverine and Pragmata.
Mm-hmm.
But that was number one for me. Evan, what was number one for you?
Number one for me, I would say, and we're gonna go over this, but it is the Street Fighter movie trailer. Very. I won't say too much about my thoughts, but it's a very interesting trailer to say the least. But there were a bunch of other ones we're gonna go over. Um, Obviously, they every now and then they'll release a Mega Man game. This is now the 12th installment. I thought it was worth, mentioning, and I'll show the trailer for that as well. Looks pretty Mega Man-ish, as you would expect, but still the updated, very, graphics and all that. And the other one was actually the announcement that Marvel Rivals is going to incorporate Deadpool as a part of their DLC. I think it's actually going to be. I think it actually launched by the time we are recording this or releasing this, right? And also releasing this. Uh, I don't think there's any gameplay necessarily, but it's a teaser, more or less, and it's an animated, teaser. So we'll go over those in a moment. But Mitchell, if you have anything to show us before we get to some of that, definitely show the people what you got.
I just have the pre-order trailer for Pragmata. That's
Yeah,
it.
let's do that one. Let's do that one first.
All right, let's get it up and running. So again, this is Pragmata. This is the pre-order trailer. This is what they showed at the VGAs. Rated T for teen. Huzzah!
You've been to the sea before? On Earth?
So this game, from everything we've seen, the visuals have been really stunning.
Yeah.
Going back to the very first trailer that was released years ago, Capcom has really gone above and beyond to make sure that this is one of the best looking games that they release in recent memory. Make sure to like that. But yeah, this is just stunning. This is definitely like a father daughter relationship. You can like get the sense of that. We don't know what terminology they use because obviously we haven't played the game. So we'll just say the robot,
Hmm.
which is named Diana. We don't know if they have a special. That's the ESPN app on my phone.
Uh,
But let's turn that off. But we don't know what the terminology is in that universe.
right.
Um, but we just know that her name is Diana.
Of course I have. Got a house with a view and everything. You just gonna stay here when this is all done? What do you want?
So yeah, I mean, we see everything. Like we see that obviously this relationship as is going to be built over the course of the game. This looks like a synth from Fallout 4, which took place in Massachusetts. We see different enemy types throughout all the trailers and gameplay that has been shown. Again, the reason why I'm excited for this game is just it looks different. Like this looks like nothing I've ever played before. But the art style, um, some of the gameplay that they've shown, I'm just really interested to try this. And it reminds me a lot of Returnal, which I played and I when the PS5 first came out, and I really liked that game. And I thought that was another really unique game, and it was different. So it kind of reminds me of that, and I can't wait to try it.
Hmm.
And it also gives me some God of War vibes, where you have your child with you, and you have to try to protect your child. But like, look at this world. This world is so insane. Like this is you see like the red bus here, so this looks like London, but then this also kind of gives you like a New York City kind of vibe.
Mm.
I've never been to England, so I can't say like, oh, this is that. I don't know. Never been. But you have this, and then you have yellow cabs. But like, I think in London they use black cabs.
I think they do. Yeah, they do. I've been
So
there, and that does look like a double decker, like you said, like they have in
yeah,
London.
but that could be like again you see sites here. Like I don't see like this could be. I see
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Apollo.
I think it's the same idea, though. Like you said, yeah, Apollo. I don't know, but it definitely looks like a hodgepodge of different cities, which is really
Yeah,
cool.
it could be. It could be.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know too much about the story. They've been kind of hush hush about the story,
Right. Yeah.
and have really shown strictly gameplay when it comes to this game.
Man, need us again. I can't do anything.
And then the random cat, like this just looks
Those
so
cat
weird.
graphics.
Yeah, well, the cat's a hologram.
Yeah, cool.
Hello, unregistered guests. Your presence here is a
And then they show some like big bad boss. Like, what is this thing?
violation of Cradle Security Protocol.
Oh,
And just this thing just looks menacing. And there you see Diana's on his back, trying to escape these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 laser beams trying to hit you. Like this just gives me, like I said before, God of War, Returnal vibes. I'm extremely interested to play this game, and I hope it doesn't let me down. If it lets me down, I don't know what I might do. I
uh-oh.
don't know.
That robot is coming in blasting. Look at that.
Yeah, it's like Frank Reynolds from It's Always Sunny. So,
I
anyways, I
came in
started I
blasting.
started blasting.
Yeah, exactly.
Like again, the gameplay looks so smooth. Obviously, you don't know how smooth it's really going to be until you get the controller in your hand. So I'll find out once I get it. There you go, April 24th, 2026. Can't wait. I still haven't decided what I'm going to get it on.
Mm,
I'm leaning towards my PS5.
yeah.
I mean, I have this PC obviously, I got an Xbox Series X, but I might get on the
I don't think
five.
you could go wrong with the PS5, honestly. I mean, we
I mean,
know the performance. We know we're all very familiar with how it runs, and
yeah. I mean, I'm just
you know,
like
especially like
I just
mainstream stuff. Like Capcom is pretty mainstream.
well,
So
the reason why I was leaning because if you look down here,
uh,
Sony Interactive Entertainment, they did this on, or I think the last trailer they did it was on PlayStation. So everything so far has been really on PlayStation that they've shown.
mhm,
So
okay.
yeah, and
Well,
then
and Nintendo Switch too.
so that's the other thing. I'm like, okay, whoa, and they have a demo on Steam, but
Yeah.
y-
No,
y-
Nintendo's really trying to get a lot of these games that are typically for PlayStation or Xbox. They're really trying to get it out. Oh, I'm trying to remember. There's a game recently that I think they were like, it's going to be available on Nintendo Switch too, and I'm blanking what that was. Anyway, there's a bunch of games that are coming to the Nintendo Switch too. I'm very intrigued by this move. Not to say that this isn't anything new. I'm just saying, like, oh yeah, though they're really putting their money where their mouth is. Very interestingly, outside of their own sphere, which is what they don't usually do. All right, so let's get to we gotta talk. Oh, and one other thing, we're gonna round out our discussion of the trailers with talking about the ultimate winner. As you can see in my name, that's Expedition 33. But before we do that, we are gonna watch this movie trailer and we're gonna break it all down because we got to talk about this is one of the biggest trailers that came out during the Game Awards. So I'm gonna share my screen right now. We're gonna excuse me, hold on. All right, and we're gonna
you got
press
to be
play.
careful with the music. That's the only thing.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna mute it just in case.
Yeah, that'd be best.
So yeah, for audio listeners, we're just going through a hodgepodge of all the different characters. You see, what's his face's hair. But it's crazy to me because, as you can see, basically they
You
look
got to pause it.
exactly
Pause it.
like. Oh, they look exactly. Many of these characters look exactly like their counterparts. We'll go over each of the names, but like this director is a very new director. Actually, he's not established, which I thought was interesting. The only other movie that he did, it was the Eric. I'm trying to remember what it was called. I'm looking it up right now. It was the Eric Andre movie, where it was like God, I'm blanking on it. Um, Bad Trip. So it was him and little Ray Howery.
Mhm.
And it was like this kind of like hidden camera comedy movie. And now this director is Katao Sakurai, is now doing like the next uh, Street Fighter movie. There's been two. Obviously, there's the classic 1990 version with Raul Julia and uh, oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. Oh my god, Jean Claude Van Damme. There we
Mhm.
go. Um, by the way, we're gonna go over this. This is Orville Peck Mitchell, the singer, country singer. Orville Peck is playing Vega, which is like what? So
We got
anyway,
Cody Rhodes,
yeah, Cody. Yeah,
new
we're gonna
guy.
go over the. We're gonna go over each of the people in a minute. I'm just gonna press. I'm gonna press play for the rest of the footage, and then we're gonna go over literally the entire cast because after this trailer dropped they released a series of tweets sort of cementing each of the different characters and who they're going to be played by. So stop sharing. Now we're going to go to the announcement tweet of the cast of Street Fighter the movie. So here is, if I can get this up, here we go. Up first, we have Andrew Koji as Ryu. I think you can see like he looks the part. He seemed to pull no punches during the trailer, which is very cool.
Mhm.
We have actor Noah Seti I don't know how to say his name. Santinio, I think is how you say it. He plays Ken in the movie.
Mhm.
Actually, let me get out of here. This is not going to be okay. Here we go. Up next is Kalina Lang as Chun Li. A lot of people have been very critical of her outfit, Mitchell. I think because it's not as faithful to the game as you see here. I think there's a lot of like loose skin here. I don't know. I don't know. She had a much tighter outfit, I think, in the games.
Chun Li shows legs.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
yeah.
legs and also this side mid whatever here. Um, Interesting choice. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why people are complaining. It's an adaptation. Like you guys need to chill. It's just Chun Li. Like relax. And then, as you said, here's Cody Rhodes as Guile with the hair and everything.
Mhm.
Um, as I said before, Orville Peck plays Vega. Now, for those who don't know who Orville Peck is, he is a country singer from Africa, of all places. But he is known for a very distinctive look of wearing kind of uh, like a mask. And then he also had these sort of dangling bejubly things. And then later on, he got rid of that, and now he's just wearing a mask. So very interesting that he's sort of gotten into acting, and he's playing this pretty prolific character in the game who happens to be wearing a mask. I find that a little interesting. But anyways, up next is 50 Cent as Balrog. There's a lot of things going on in the news with 50 Cent because he has been the executive producer of the new P. Diddy documentary. Cover that at some point. But in the meantime, Mitchell, he kind of looks like a combination of Ryu and like Mike Tyson, which is funny.
Yep.
All right, up next is Jason Momoa as Blanca. I didn't think he was even in the movie, but it kind of makes sense considering the hair and the everything.
Yeah, I think Blanca will probably be more animated, but it's gonna be pretty much voiced by Jason Momoa. I could
Yeah,
probably
I think that makes a lot of sense. Up next is a an Indian actor named, and and I apologize for butchering this guy's name, Vidyut Jamwal, and he will be playing Dalsim. Is that how you say it?
Yep.
Dalsim. Okay. Yeah, he's a fairly new actor, but he definitely looked the role in the trailer. And Zangief, played by Olivier Richters, I think is how you say his name. Don't know him. Looks the part, that's for sure. Um, that's Zangief and the whole 9 yards with the Russian and the everything. All right. Up next is um Hiroki Goto as E Honda, the sumo in the game. It looks like a combination of CGI matched with sort of live action, which is very interesting. But you got the look, you got the gut, and everything. David uh, Das Malchen, I think is how you say it, is going to be playing M Bison. That's a great casting. I'm not gonna lie. He's a wonderful actor. He was a Polka Dot Man in the Suicide Squad.
Mhm.
He was in a lot of other, relatively small movies. He was an Ant Man. Great actor. I think he'll do wonderful as M Bison. Hopefully, he'll live up to the Raul Julia version. I think he can in his own unique sort of interpretation. Roman Reigns up next as Akuma, and
Mhm.
he's got a mean old smoke eye right here. Holy shit!
Yeah, Akuma's always been kind of a. It's been really the like kind of the bad guy that drives the series a bit.
Yeah,
I'm not too. I'm not too big on my Street Fighter lore.
yeah,
That's more DSP's thing.
that's fair. I'm not either. I just think that they're all cool. You fight against them, and you're going all over the world fighting against these guys. Weird choice here. Up next, comedian Andrew Schulz as Dan Hibiki. I'm a little confused by this casting because why is he in the movie? I like, am I missing something here? I don't know. I just think that's a very odd choice, but regardless, An interesting choice for nonetheless. Eric Andre plays Don Savage. I guess he's like an announcer or something. Mitchell.
Yes, so he's the announcer for Zangief.
Okay,
That's
that makes
that
sense.
much I know. And going back to Andrew Schultz, Hibiki has always been a character that has always been super overconfident, kind of the joke character of the series.
Okay.
Like
All right.
everyone's
Well,
like
I guess it fits.
he bites off more than he can chew and then gets his ass kicked. That's kind of his role.
That makes sense. Okay. So yeah, no, I guess it would work. Uh, Mel Jarnson plays Cammy. There she is right there. We won't go. How many more casting choices? God damn! I think we're almost at the end, Mitchell.
Yeah, we are.
Raina Valad Valadingham is Julie. Uh, I don't know her. I don't even know this character, so we'll just move on. And finally, thank God, Alexander Volkanovsky is Joe, and that's it. His name is Joe.
Yep.
Um,
He's just like a very just generic character.
Very generic, and in the trailer, he was just kind of like, yeah, woo. So he seemed pretty generic. Um, I will say, we'll probably go over this more in the future, especially because we probably will be doing a review in the next year or so when we see it. I will be very curious of a couple of different things. Number one is, can they actually pull off a Street Fighter live action movie that works? Obviously, people remember the 90s, the 1990, with, like I said, Jean Claude Van Damme and Raul Julia. And then there's another one that was released in 2009. Live action Street Fighter movies are not usually known to be that good. But it looks incredible, I will say. So I would be very curious to see if they can pull it off.
Hmm. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how they pull this off. I mean, you're talking about a lot of big names, a lot of people that have been, in the industry for a long time, and a lot of new faces. And you're trying to, how can I put this? You're trying to juggle all that at once. I mean, you're talking about Roman Reigns, who was in Ellison Hobbs, the Fast and Furious spinoff. I can't think of anything else he's been in.
Hmm.
That's the only thing. Cody Rhodes, I don't think he's been in anything else that I
No,
know
I
of.
don't think so either. I didn't
Yeah,
even know he was in the movie. I was like, oh, him and Roman Reigns. Okay, that's interesting.
yeah. And Jason Momoa, he's a seasoned vet. He seems like a team player. I feel like he just
Oh
does
yeah,
whatever he needs to just to get the movie going. But
yeah. He'll put it in. He'll put in the work, even if it's bad. At least he tried. Like that's kind of the actor he is, which is very good. And he's also going to be Lobo in a Supergirl. We won't get into Supergirl, obviously, but he is busy. He is definitely a busy actor right now.
yeah, and when you look at guys like Roman Reigns playing Akuma and Cody Rhodes playing Guile, those are staple characters.
Hmm.
Whenever a Street Fighter game comes out, they're in it.
Yeah.
Um, Akuma has even gone into other franchises. He was a DLC character for Tekken,
Oh
and
wow.
oh, not DLC. Sorry, no, he was an unlockable character if you did the campaign for Tekken 7. He just shows
Nice.
up at the end and challenges Kazuya to a fight.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Very
so
good.
technically, Tekken and Street Fighter in the same universe.
Got it.
So yeah, but I mean, then you have 50 Cent. Um, you have to balance him. Um, again, there's a lot of new people who I've never seen before, like Mel Jarnson. Never seen her
Yeah,
before.
there were. I was like, "What? Like, what are these names? Who are these people?" I was like, but I don't know most of those characters anyway.
Yeah,
I
like
only know like Ryo, Ken, M Bison,
yeah,
Guile. Like the main.
yeah,
But
and like
all the other characters, I'm like, who the heck is Julie? Who the heck
yeah,
is
and
this?
like
Who the heck is
Orville
that?
Peck. I didn't know about anything about him, but you have him. You have
Yeah.
Kalina Lang as Chun Li, who's another staple. You look at
Yes.
some of your staples. Your top five staples is Chun Li.
Yep.
You have Ryu,
Yep.
Ken, uh, Guile, and Akuma. To me, on Cammy, I would say those are your top six.
Okay.
So, like, you're gonna have some people that are gonna get defeated. Like, the character Joe, to my knowledge, he's only been in one game.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm sure that's gonna be a joke,
Yeah,
like cameo, and then he'll get beat up, and then they'll move on.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Like,
Yeah,
he'll probably get his ass whooped. He's gone.
yeah, that
But
makes sense.
interesting to
Um,
see how they're gonna do this.
yeah, I'm also curious. Like you said, like there's a whole bunch of players that you have to juggle with, and it's like on the one hand, it looks great, but on the other hand, this is a fairly new director. This is not a good track record for the Street Fighter, the movies in general, live action movies rather. So yeah, in any case, we will check it out. We will review it for everybody coming down the road. Um, we'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't know, but at the very least, it looks good. But is it good? We don't know for sure yet. So in any case, up next we have the trailer for, and I don't think we should be this may not be a problem for us because of the fact that this is the video game. Oh, here we go. Okay, so up next is Marvel Rivals. We won't watch the whole thing. I just want to show everybody a decent amount of what's coming up with Deadpool's inclusion in the game.
Ah! What's up, Game Awards? It's about time I make Marvel Rivals the most hero-packed shooter ever, but first, some hot redhead is trying to blast my ass a few new holes. Have I got a surprise for her? Hit it! Boy, this is gonna be fun!
Make sure you
Okay,
pause it.
pause it right here. For those who are a little unfamiliar with Marvel Comics, this is a version of Captain America as a werewolf, nicknamed, funny enough, Capwolf. So it seems like they're actually going to include Capwolf at some point in the game. It may be a skin, it may be a separate character. But very interesting that they sort of highlight his inclusion as we're seeing Deadpool entering the game.
Fellas, I'm the one who set you free! Oh, hey, this was...
Okay, this is another sort of variant. This is I think it's Frog Thor. I think he has a name, but I don't remember the actual name of this particular character, but it's like Throg or something like that. And basically he was turned into a frog by Loki, and then he had to like navigate it, and he was sort of a variant later down the road of like as a separate character. And
Not the plan!
Okay, this next character, I don't think this will be included in the game, at least to my knowledge, but this is a character called Devil Dinosaur. Devil Dinosaur is a Marvel character, but also had a cartoon series called Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur on Disney XD. So it's very interesting to see Devil Dinosaur also jumping in with all these crazy sort of out there characters. And also nice.
All right, you rejects. Get Tyrannosaurus Rex! Come on! I'm not even What's this game's tagline?
Okay, so what's this game's tagline? And then he kind of explodes. More fighting, but really, really cool animation, I will say. Also very interesting that they sort of developed his voice. It's kind of like zingy lines, not more so than like actual like really funny comedy lines that Deadpool is sort of uh known for. There is someone coming after him. There is a bullet right to his head.
Oh, God.
And this is Elsa Bloodstone, who is kind of like a vampire hunter, pretty much. She's also kind of like a hired hand assassin type thing.
She's my rival.
And it says Marvel Rivals Season 6, Night at the Museum, begins January 16th, 2026 across all of these different platforms, including PS4, PS5 for Xbox, Steam, and the Epic Store. Um, but so far so good. Again, this is not official gameplay. Oh, and also this is a season pass for a Rogue DLC or whatever. Um, but I yeah. So in terms of Deadpool, Mitchell, I'm very curious. I have not played Marvel Rivals. I've seen the footage, obviously, but you know, obviously this is a game where, you're playing third person, you're trying to you're trying to get through sort of multiplayer each of the different rounds or whatever. It's kind of like Fortnite to my understanding. What are your expectations for gameplay with Deadpool and Marvel Rivals?
It's not like Fortnite. It's more like
Not?
Overwatch.
Oh, sorry, Overwatch. Excuse me, I'm so ignorant. Yeah, but what are your expectations for the inclusion of Deadpool in Marvel Rivals?
Yeah, I mean, it's a team-based shooter, and that's so I expect him to play similar to probably the Punisher, where he's just a gun, where he has the blades for melee. So I'm gonna be interested to see. They're probably gonna give him just dual pistols, so he's probably gonna be like a medium close range type. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, I'm gonna be interested to see how he plays. Like, is he gonna talk or um? I wonder if he's gonna break the. I mean, he always breaks the fourth wall.
Yeah,
So
as he
it's
does.
it's probably gonna be similar to uh in Call of Duty Zombies
Mm.
back in the day in like World at War Black Ops 1. Uh Tank Dempsey, who was the American soldier, he would break the fourth wall a lot and go, "Player, I'm running low on ammo. Go to the wall. Buy me more."
Mm.
Like, he would say stuff like that. Or there was one DLC, I think I forgot which one it was now. It was the one with the rocket. I can't remember the name, but there was a rocket on the map and you had to turn the power on. And until you turned the power on, everything was black and white.
Mhm.
And Tank Dempsey says, "Hey Treyarch, running out of ideas? Can't have something else besides turn the power on." Like, I assume it's gonna be comedy kind of like that.
Mhm. I can see that. I can see that for sure. Um, yeah, I definitely think that there's no question that the katanas and the guns are going to be involved. It was clear from the video that there's sort of that close range and sort of long range gameplay that they're going to include Deadpool with. Um, yeah, very interesting that they made his little like head. I don't know what you'd call it. It's on the mask, but it's like there's a little room so he can take it off, but they extended it like way longer. It looks
It
kind of
looks
like
like it's a
like
it looks
Majin Buu or
uh
Super Buu or whatever.
it looks like it's a pantyhose.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought that was interesting. Probably that's just because the anime they wanted to exaggerate the look a little bit. But I thought that was it was a very interesting choice, and certainly it does kind of like reference like an anime look. That's very that's very recognizable, I should say. Like I said, Majin Buu, all that. Up next, we're gonna start from a little bit toward the beginning of this next one. It just takes too long, but we're gonna start in the middle of the Mega Man trailer. So we're gonna do Mega Man right now. We won't go over this too much, Mitchell, but I just want to show the people Mega Man because I thought it was pretty cool. So here's Mega Man. So there he is, Rockman.exe himself, Mega Man, as he's being transported. There's the Capcom logo. So and I'm just pausing just because the music might get us in trouble a little bit, but as you can see, each Mega Man installment They have in the past gone back to, like, kind of the retro look, but in recent years, they've really done, like, same Mega Man gameplay, but just, like, very updated, graphics, which I think they should be doing in general. Um, Pretty much, yeah, this is Mega Man Dual Override. I'm not sure what the oh, and it's released in 2027. So we're not getting a Mega Man game for a while. I don't know why. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's just Mega Man. Like I don't think you're reinventing the wheel. Um, but it was a very familiar, very very cool, familiar trailer. Um, I would be very curious, like if there's an actual story. I don't think it matters because it's just Mega Man. But in any case, I just wanted to show that to everybody. All right, now for the sort of last part of our episode. We can go over any of the other winners, Mitchell, if you're able to, if they're even worthy of discussion. But the ultimate winner
Hmm.
was. I'm gonna pull this up right now, as it says in the name. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 won a record 9 awards at the Game Awards, including Game of the Year. So, Mitchell, if you can, let's go over some of the background behind Expedition 33, some of the development. We were talking about this off the screen, but definitely let's go over that before we really dive into it, just to set up some context.
Yeah, so I mean, this was a small studio that had worked on this game, um, and the team that had worked on the game were former developers that worked for Ubisoft, and Ubisoft did not believe in this idea. They didn't think it would work. They didn't think it was something that people would be excited to play. So the developers took a chance and they said, "Listen, we believe in this. We believe in this project. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a chance on it. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do our own thing." And Sandfall Interactive, they were the developers of this game. They're a fairly new studio. Um, I don't think, and Kepler, excuse me, Kepler Interactive, they're fairly new too. Founded in September 29th, 2021,
Mm,
and they're the ones that helped produce it. Um, Again, the developers were Sandfall Interactive. This is their first game ever. They were founded in 2020, so they've been working on this game since 2020 when they initially left um, Ubisoft to work on this game. Um, when you go to their website, uh, I'm going to share my screen, Evan. If you could stop sharing
oh,
yours,
yep. Hold on.
there we go. So when you go ahead and you look in the website, these are the people that worked on this game, and these are people that when you look down here, favorite games: Persona 3, Devil May Cry, favorite game: World of Warcraft, Zelda of Ocarina, GTA Vice City. Good job, Tom. Appreciate you. Um, Zelda Majora's Mask. Come down here. Dishonor, League of Legends, The Order 1886, Bioshock, Xenoblade Chronicles, Civilization 6, God of War. Good job, Jen. God of War is great. But this is the team.
Hmm.
That's five here, about five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're looking at about like 30 people. That's
Yeah.
it.
Wow.
And I'm gonna give them the benefit and say it's 40 people.
Sure.
It's probably people that were sick that day. Maybe someone's not photogenic, and maybe someone said, "I'm behind, guys. I can't take a photo." Ah, whatever the case may be. But this is great to see. Recently I've talked to you about video games and the current status of them, and I think the golden age was the 360 PS3 era. And
Sure.
the reason why I say that is because companies were taking risks.
Yep.
A lot of companies that are making games now on the PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, started those franchises on the PS3, Xbox 360, and they're
Yeah,
still going strong to this day. And now instead of trying to improve the series, do more, they just said, "Oh, we found a formula. Let's
right,
print money." GTA, for example. And that to me that's just disappointing. And to see a company like this, Sandfall Interactive, go ahead and say, "No, we want to do things our way. We don't want to just keep producing the same." I don't want to say they're garbage because there's developers that are working really, really hard to put out a good quality product. So I don't want to call it that. But there are developers that are being shackled. Their creativity is not being um, put at the forefront.
right.
The universe of this game, I didn't play it personally. I watched people play it, not DSP because he sucks. But I've watched real
True.
gamers play this game.
Yeah.
And the way that the storytelling, the gameplay features, um, it's a turn-based game. I'm not trying to make it sound like it, they're reinventing the wheel, but the world, the story, second to none this year. Second to none. And I'm being a little facetious when I say that because there were some great games that did come out this year.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But for this small team to come out and to do that and to prove that it's not about just the IP, it's not about the name, the brand recognition. People that love video games want to play good games.
Yes.
They don't want to play a franchise, if that makes any sense.
Oh, absolutely, it makes sense. No question.
They want to play something that they resonate with. They want to play something that entertains them, something that dare I say tickles them, you know, makes them interested.
Yeah.
Death Stranding 2. They have a guy who's called Red Ninja. They have a guy that plays a guitar, strums it, it shoots electricity at people. Does that make any sense?
It really doesn't.
Certainly not. But you play it, and then you're sitting there, you're enthralled with it,
Right.
and your mind is racing, and you're thinking about it.
I
This
mean, you're playing a delivery man trying to avoid getting killed by, like, intergalactic demons or whatever. I mean, how do you make that make sense? But it's one of the most popular games out there right now.
Yeah, and it's because of the characters, it's because of the writing, it's because of the universe. The storytelling is so immaculate. And
Yeah.
with Expedition 33, this franchise, there's a reason why they broke a record.
Yeah.
And it's because this team took a risk. And they knew what the risk was. And they came out on top. And to that I say, good job. Good job. And I hope that, going forward, they expand upon this universe that they've made,
Mm.
while also maybe I don't know, they jump into other genres. They try to make other things. We'll see. We'll see. But I think this was a fantastic game. And I hope that I hope to see more from them. Hope to see more from them.
I hope to see more from them as well. I just want to just reshare my screen just to go over each of the different awards. I mean, again, it's a record 9 awards. Game of the Year, Best Game Direction, Best Art Direction, Narrative, Performance, Score and Music, Debut Indie Game, Role Playing Game, Best Independent Game. Some people can debate whether it deserved to win those or not, and you're valid to do so. But I think that the ultimate narrative around this win, it really boils down to, like what you said, Mitchell, people want to buy uh, original, unique, and cutting edge to the point of playing something like new games, not just the same old stuff, not just the franchises, not the things that we're all familiar with. Games like this This is a game that literally went outside of Ubisoft, did their own thing, this team, and they said, let's make a game that we really are passionate for and that we want to put out there so that people may or may not want to play, but hopefully they do. It's like you said. I think that is we've talked about this ever since really our first episode with Grand Theft or excuse me, Red Dead Redemption. Um, and it goes with storytelling industry as a whole is going through many of the same kinds of growing pains. The Hollywood and all of these big companies, all they want to do is churn out money. Money.
Mhm.
That's all they want to do. They don't care about the artists. They don't care about the developers. Developers, 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 developers. They don't care about the people who want to put it out there and then make the money secondary. They don't. So the fact that this team of roughly 40 people was able to, I mean, against pretty much all the odds, be the most winningest game for this particular award show, I say kudos to them, and kudos to all artists and all people who aspire to a higher calling, a dream, a goal in their life they want to put out. I have not played Expedition 33. I don't play many video games these days. That may be changing in the next few years, more or less. I am going to be doing a marathon of the Resident Evil games coming up, but that's besides my point. Uh, but the point here is just like you said, Mitchell. Um, you know, Artists should be recognized for their art. The people developing these games for their passion, for their drive, they should be recognized. And even if they don't get recognized for the award, they should get recognized because people love these games and that they are, or these movies or these TV shows, and that they should deserve some level of success because of the passion that they did and not just the money that they shilled out just to make it, you know? Maybe that's not how the world works. I feel like that is how it works. That you put it out, and even if it doesn't succeed, you at least tried.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. I think when you are someone that creates content, uh, not like Cyrax who steals everything. When you actually legitimately create content, bless you, Evan.
I'm allergic to bullshit, so excuse me. About
Yeah, I
Cyrax.
mentioned Cyrax. Yeah. But like, when you steal stuff like
Yes.
Cyrax and you try to claim that you're an artist, you're a musician, etc., when you're really none of those things, you're just an attic goblin.
Yep.
It's that's just ridiculous. But these developers go ahead and do anything and everything they can to try to make such an entertaining product, but um not politics in the sense of government, politics in the sense of office
Yeah.
workspaces. Money gets involved, shareholders get
Oh yeah.
involved, and then it messes things
Oh
up.
yeah.
I miss the good old days of Call of Duty where they were making banger after banger, and now it's these games just don't hit the same for me anymore. Maybe I'm maybe I'm just old and bitter. That could be it. But I also look at Rockstar Games. When we were in middle school slash high
Hmm.
school, they were making a game every single year. Rockstar
Yep.
Games. Sixth grade, I believe GTA 4 came out. Then it was The Ballad of Gay Tony and The Lost and Damned. Then came out Red Dead Redemption. Then came out Undead Nightmare. Then came out mm, Max Payne. Then no LA Noir. Then Max Payne. And then GTA
Mm.
5. And since then, GTA 5 got released twice on PS4, on PS5, and Red Dead Redemption 2. And that's it for Rockstar Games. That's it. Call of Duty has kind of lost its way. A lot of former employees have left. They've gone on to work on other franchises like Apex Legends, which is a great game. and they some people worked on X Defiant, which was great, but because it didn't get the numbers that Ubisoft wanted, they shut it down. Ubisoft again, being dumb. Who would have thought? But
Could have guessed.
again, it's just these games have become so politicized. It's just so ridiculous and unnecessary.
Indeed. Indeed. So it's like, and I'll end with this. This is not going to be a wake up call for the industry. As much as we want to celebrate this, and we should, rightly so. In my opinion, it's up to the artists to beat the industry at their game and what is going on. They will not wake up because of one win. They have to wake up because people are outworking them. And I think that that is the responsibility of all artists to outwork the industry that they love, because they are not going to come and support you. You have to figure it out yourself, and you got to be the ones to chase your dreams and get your own successes. So that's all I got to say. So good job, developers of Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Keep at it and keep inspiring new game developers of the next generation. I hope that this is the start of a brand new uh, video game revolution, storytelling revolution, whatever you want to call it. I hope so. But we will see
Absolutely.
in the coming years. But good job, and tip of the cap to you all at for Expedition 33. Mitchell, before we close out the show, do you have any final thoughts?
Can't wait for Pragmata. And like you said, I wish that more developers would take a chance on themselves. I know it's risky, and I don't know what these developers are going through. I don't know what their personal lives are like. Maybe they're taking care of sick ones,
Mhm.
etc. That's more important than a video game.
100%. Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
you know.
Yeah, but also
Yeah,
just take care of yourself, but also like go after what you want. Do not wait.
exactly.
Just do it right now. Go.
100%, 100%. And I think that pretty much wraps it up for us here. So, with all that being said, be sure to hit like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, check us out, obviously on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And until next time, everyone, we'll still be here. I hope you're still listening. Until then, peace out.